everybody. A very special episode of the Cleaner Cast, bonus episode, and we are getting to know Miss Heather from Auto Care HQ. Heather, how's it going today?
It's great, thanks. How are you?
Awesome, fantastic. Doing a little podcast. So we're just gonna do a quick podcast today, Heather. Nothing too serious. We don't have the Canadian cohort. He brings the
I
real
know,
questions. Yeah, he brings the real questions. But I'll try and
I've
guide us
escaped.
through this episode. Yep. Do her good day job. He finds some times on Fridays, but through the week, he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
Fighting the snowy conditions of the Canadian terrain. Right off the top, if you ain't picked up a bottle of the Clean Maker sauce, go check it out. psdetailproducts.com. Promo Jamie10 will save you 10% there. Heather, you got any plugs you want to plug at the top?
Oh God. We've got Auto Care HQ10 for the Rag Company and Clean and Shiny UK. If you're over there. Those
Yeah,
are
for the UK folks. Yep, there you go. And I'm a Cleaner 10 at the Rag Company. I guess that's a good way to start because if you don't know, me and Heather are in a bit of a friendly competition of sorts as Anthony Fisher has gathered kind of the best of the previous non-winners of their Grandambassador program. And we are in a Grandambassador showdown of sorts for the last 4 or 5 months. And it has been some stiff competition, let me tell you. When I saw Auto Care HQ pop up as one of my competitors, I was like, oh, this is a serious competition. I see it's going to get pretty competitive. So Heather, it's been a blast seeing the content you've been making, and I was very nervous to see your name pop up as one of the competition.
I was very nervous to see yours, but to be expected. So
you bring some tremendous content to the scene with you're very well versed. YouTube, Instagram, even your website. You write the blogs. Just fantastic all around content.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been.
Where would you say you started with that journey? Did you start with
the website, I actually started with the website.
Yeah, nice.
So I started with the website, and then I kind of do that for a living, where I write articles on different topics. So I have kind of a couple of others, and then I started the Auto Care HQ website in 2020, sort of midway through the year, and then you can have the opportunity to kind of embed videos on your blog posts, but I didn't really want to kind of embed other people's videos. I thought I'll try and make my own, and I just started by doing that. So I started the YouTube maybe a month later, and then I found myself probably enjoying that a little bit more. It's kind of a good opportunity to speak to other people, and it's definitely more of a community, which I didn't really realise before I started. Obviously watched other people's YouTube videos, but then when I got on Instagram as well, it just, there's kind of a whole world of it out there, and it's great to kind of talk to people about it and watch their content as well. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. Did Auto Care HQ start as just like a tips and trips website and then kind of became the business, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was sort of started kind of from a hobbyist sort of point of view, and then it sort of slowly kind of transitioned into the videos and then doing detailing kind of on the side as well. So it's grown quite a bit since I started it sort of 3.5 years ago.
Nice.
Initially started the website just thinking I'll just throw a few articles up there and kind of see how they do, but yeah, it turned into a bit more of a sort of focus kind of really.
Yeah, same thing. I started out, just a weekend guy, and I was like, I got some tips and tricks I can show some people. So kind of took everybody on my journey, and then now I'm a full-blown business in the detailing industry. You're still doing it on the weekends kind of deal, or?
Yeah, so I've sort of been winding it down a little bit more recently, but I'm hoping to kind of ramp it up a little bit more next year. So I've kind of been moving house, and it's just been a bit sort of chaotic, so I've not been able to do it quite as much recently. But yeah, that's the plan. I'd like to do it more. It's hard to find as much time, but I love doing it. So yeah, it'd be great to do it more as a business, really.
Yeah, but you still do what is it you do? Website?
Yeah,
building?
I do web design.
Web design,
making websites. So it's good because when it's throwing it down in the UK, I can be inside on my computer making websites for people, and then when it's nice outside, I get the benefit of going outside and getting some fresh air and not sort of staring at a screen all day. That's it's nice. So it's nice to have both, really.
Yep. That's awesome. So going from there, how did you come across the Rag Company? How did you become a fan of the Rag Company and all their fun stuff?
So sort of shortly after creating the website, I've started to try new products, and the Rag Company was always the name that cropped up when it was talking about microfiber. And I'm really fussy with my MX-5 because the paintwork, like if you look at it, it'll swirl. It's
Yeah.
so soft. So I get really like sort of fussy with the cloths and the mitts that I use on it. So I bought quite a few of their products, and then it was actually another Instagrammer that kind of introduced me to the Rag Company Grandambassador program a couple of years later. So that's Gilly Wash, or Nick, as some people might know him. But he sort of sent it me and said, "Why don't you apply?" And I was thinking, "Oh, like, I don't know if I'd be suitable or how to do it." And he said, "Just apply." So I did that, and I ended up getting it. So getting in I think it was the Q3 of 2022.
2022.
And yeah, that's just been amazing, like getting the opportunity to kind of get to know everyone a little bit more, and obviously try so many products. And it's just, the products are just the best, and I have no trouble recommending them to people. There's so much choice. It's just it's very easy to kind of represent, really.
Yeah, we all start off kind of with the cheap microfiber towels, and we kind of learn our way up the scale from there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and what is your kind of cheap microfiber towels? Like we have Costco towels over here.
Yeah, we have Costco as well. Yeah.
Oh,
Costco,
you do? Okay, so they made it all the way over there to the UK.
Yeah, the yellow ones, and you rip the label off before you start. Yeah, definitely.
Yep, they
We've
have
got those.
improved, as the years have gone by. They have gotten better, but those are kind of they're good for interior, but there's definitely a higher quality of microfiber out there with a better blend, that 70-30 blend, all that good stuff. But what's kind of besides microfiber towels, like your favorite brands, product-wise or chemical-wise?
There's honestly so many, like sort of
I see you testing a lot of products, and I'm like, I don't even know what this stuff is. So I'm thinking a lot of UK stuff.
Yeah, a lot of UK brands. Yeah, I think a few that pop into my head. Obviously, I'm definitely gonna forget people here, but Garage Therapy. If anyone in the UK who's watched this will know,
Garage Therapy
quite big over there. There's also a brand called Squid Ink Detailing. They have some amazing products. Tried most of the range from them as well. Really great. I think you've tried Yum Cars recently, haven't you?
Yep, I tried Yum Cars. Very good. Very good.
I've noticed they've made the way to the US, but yeah, they've got some great products too.
Mm-hmm.
I think honestly, there's so many. Mild Deep, that's another one actually. They're a really good brand. But yeah, mainly kind of UK ones, I suppose. I quite like trying the sort of more local ones. I think you come across they're pretty big brands, but it's nice trying sort of smaller brands and then realizing there's some hidden gems rather than just going, I suppose, for super mainstream ones. It's kind of interesting trying to find those, really.
Yeah, that's the fun part about trying all the brands we try. We kind of can pick and choose once we find like you say, the hidden gems of that product line, and kind of keep them to our arsenal and continue to test out ones in the future. But I love watching your stuff just to see the brands you're trying for the day. I'm like, I've never heard of this. I'll never get to try it probably. Luckily, a couple of them come over sometimes, like Yum, Starny Gloss, that kind of deal, and they are fantastic. So
yeah, definitely. No, it's good to see. It was great when Starny Gloss sort of went over to the US because they've again got some amazing products. So just getting the UK brands out there a bit more, I think is great, because I get some comments off people who are watching in like the US or Australia or Canada, and they keep saying like, I can't try any of these products. So it's great when they actually kind of make their way over and some distributors start stocking them, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always looking for the next one coming across. They are once they get over here, they are a little bit pricier. Is that same thing with US brands when they make it to the UK? Are they a bit pricier?
Yeah, so I know like P&S, obviously over here, tried quite a few of their products, obviously great products as well. But yeah, everyone's falling out. But yeah, they sorry if that sounded awful to everyone else. But yeah, P&S, they're not sort of too expensive in the UK, but I know like Breakbuster is super cheap where you are. And you get like gallons and stuff. But yeah, here
that's like their strong point here is they are the more affordable brand kind of in the Rag Company.
Yeah, say over here they're probably about average. But yeah, I think Breakbuster's here probably about £10 to £12, which for a wheel cleaner is pretty standard here.
Nice.
So yeah, we're not doing too bad.
Yeah. So are you I've been liking all the UK brands because they've been getting me into like this pre-wash stage with the citrus pre-cleaner. That seems to now I'm trying to like translate my style to. Now I really like the citrus pre-wash for sure as well. Or so, are you a citrus pre-wash person? Do you snow foam and then rinse? You the whole UK style kind of deal?
Yeah, big into the citruses because over here, I mean, you're probably the same, but it just, especially at this time of year, the amount of salt and dirt. I cleaned my car the other day, drove it 5 miles down the road, and I was just looking at it thinking, that's just filthy again. So it's just so hard to kind of keep it clean, particularly this time of year. So yeah, I usually do sort of a citrus pre-wash and then maybe layer of snow foam over the top. Sometimes I'll just snow foam, kind of depends. On my car, I can sometimes get away with it because I'm washing it all the time. But yeah, on other people's, it's usually needs some kind of citrus or APC or something like that to go beforehand.
Yep, really soften everything up. I've been really enjoying that style as of late.
Yeah, it's quite satisfying as well doing the rinse. Get a good like Stjarnagos Force is a great one.
Oh yeah.
And just see like I cleaned a white car the other day with that, and it just it's so satisfying. Sort of seeing everything come off in the pressure washer. It's great.
Yeah, it makes for a real nice, safe wash process after that. Do you foam again, or do you just go straight in with the mitt usually?
It depends. With some shampoos, I will sort of stick a kind of 1:9 ratio usually in the foam ones. I do it a lot on my car actually, because it does feel a little bit safer when you've got it on the panel already. It just feels a little bit slicker. And then obviously you don't have to carry 2 heavy buckets, so that makes my life a little bit easier only to carry the one. So I do that sometimes, but when I'm filming, to be honest, I find it harder to do that method because I'm moving the camera around so often. Sometimes I just do 2 bucket because I'll foam up the car and then go to the mitt and the foam's slipping off the car, so it's tough to do. But yeah, so that's why on my videos you probably won't see it as much, but yeah, in person that's what I do quite a lot.
Yeah, and that kind of rolls into the content creation side of things. Like you film, I'm just gonna pull up a video right here, and we're just gonna watch a little bit of it and show the people what we're talking about. If you haven't checked out AutoCare HQ, go ahead and go over there, hit the subscribe button because it's just fantastic content. Look at these great shots.
In this video, I'm going
stuff going to work. She has some narration going on. I mean, you are just killing it on the video creation game. But how, like, people don't realize how much time adds to the detail once you introduce filming and all this.
Yeah, definitely.
So, how is your take on filming and stuff, and what's kind of your style, you would say?
Yeah, it definitely adds quite a bit of time because I normally. So I obviously sort of film these kind of videos most often, try and do one of those every couple of weeks really. And I normally end up with about sort of between kind of 125 and 150 clips. And then piecing all that together, and I kind of make mental notes as I'm going through with the commentary. And then I piece it all together, do the commentary, and then obviously alter all the kind of audio levels and things like that. And then that usually takes about sort of 15 hours. So it's quite a long process. So I want to do more videos. I'd love to do it every week, but with that style of video, it's just tough because it usually ends up taking me sort of a day and a half really to kind of do. But I enjoy it and enjoy the filming and the editing kind of equally really. By the time I'm done with the filming, when I get to kind of like applying a sealant, I get a little bit tired, and that's when I get a bit cranky. And then I go inside and get some food, and then
okay, she's back.
But
dropped off for a second. But so filming and editing. What are you using to film?
So it's a Canon 60D. I think it's nothing fancy. I'd love. I think Sony's the big one that I'd love. I think the Bearded Hunter has the camera I want. I can't remember what it's called. I think Vermeil has it as well. But they both have really nice cameras. I'd love to have one of those. But at the moment, I think it was about. I actually got it secondhand, so I don't think they make it anymore. I don't think they've made it for a while. But it was only about 250 pounds, something like that. And then I've got like a Rode video mic just to go on the top of that.
That's nice.
So it's not a super expensive setup because I've got to be a little bit careful because I could spend so much on camera equipment if I wanted to.
Yeah, I do everything on my phone.
Oh,
So believe me,
really?
your setup is very high tech
Wow.
compared to my. Yes, I do everything on the phone. Just
Oh, nice.
film, edit,
Yeah, the quality
everything.
looks amazing though. Like the camera quality on phones is
Yeah,
probably, to be honest, it's probably better than a lot of cameras, isn't it? So it makes sense. Yeah.
it's bumped up until my video pops up next to Vermigels. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is
I
he
wouldn't. I
filming
wouldn't
with
put
over
mine next
here?
to his.
Yeah,
It's like, oh
that
god, it's
dude
horrible.
is bringing the quality. My goodness, and Bearded
Yeah,
Hunter
it's
too, like you said, they
incredible.
have a similar setup. Man, their cameras are too
Yeah.
legit to quit. I wouldn't even know how to turn the dang thing on.
No,
But
probably I wouldn't either.
yeah,
But
crazy.
yeah, no,
But
they're really skilled with them as well, with the angles, and yeah,
mhm.
everything looks amazing. Yeah, they
Yeah,
do
you
a
can
great
tell
job.
that he really takes his time. I'd like to get him on a podcast as well. But you also do some
Yeah,
great reviews. Like here, we're reviewing the pneumatic Henry, which is my
yeah, yeah.
favorite vacuum of all time.
Oh,
I don't
really?
have one. I would like to get one, but it looks
Definitely get one.
phenomenal. This
Yeah,
vacuum is
no,
hilarious.
he's great. Yeah.
But yeah, your reviews are really great as well. Very thorough. So not only that's what I'm saying, you're very well versed and well rounded with your channel, not just the ASMR type videos. You throw the monologues in with all what you did, and then the reviews, very thorough, just all around good stuff. If you ain't subscribed to Heather, get over there, hit
I
subscribe.
know. What are you
It's
doing?
phenomenal. That's right. What are you doing? All right, just phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. But
Thank you.
so this competition that we're in, the Grand Ambassador Showdown, has been based around mostly reels. So when it comes to kind of translating your content from the big screen kind of down to the vertical reel style, has that been an issue, or were you already pretty good at the shorts before that?
To be honest, I don't know how long reels have been around, but for
Yeah.
about 6 months, I don't know why I had this block on it. I was like, I don't want to do reels. Like, I just want to do vertical, horizontal videos or
Yep.
photos. Like, I'm not going to do reels. And then everyone was telling me, like, you should just do reels, like just try them. So I did, and then Instagram was at a point where it was just pushing reels so
Yep.
much, and it did a lot for my following. I was pretty small, sort of only around sort of 1,000, 2,000 maybe before I started doing reels, and then things went up quite quickly. So yeah, it was definitely the kind of way to go. But yeah, it's kind of, I suppose on Instagram it's a little bit easier because I've kind of got the YouTube background, so filming the videos wasn't a particularly hard transition, rather than if I was just posting sort of photos. And it's kind of good, really. I think it's good when I'm reviewing products and doing little write-ups and things like that. It helps really kind of show things in action. Like if you're
Yep.
doing a pre-wash comparison, or anything sort of like that, where it's really visual, and photos can sometimes not really tell the best story.
Yep.
So yeah, I think I'm glad that reels exist, because yeah, I think it did a lot for me, and just generally, I think it's a good way to kind of show content. I think a lot of people don't want to watch long videos.
Mhm.
As much as it'd be great if everyone watched all my YouTube videos, I think some people don't want to sit down and watch a video for 15, 20 minutes, but people are constantly sort of scrolling on their phones, aren't they? So it's kind of easier to consume that sort of content.
Yeah, I think a lot of content creators have had a lot of problems trying to translate their content to the short form game,
Yeah.
and in that vertical position. I think it kind of baffles them, and they think it's kind of maybe newer age, and they don't want to even deal with it.
Yeah,
But
I was like that.
but you've translated it so great. Sometimes you'll just show the wash mitt do its thing real quick. You'll speed up the clips, kind of show it in full action, and it just the views take off.
Yeah, try and keep them sort of quite short generally. Try and
Yeah,
keep them around sort of, I think like 7 to 12 seconds is probably where most of them are.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm always like speeding up or doing like loads of short clips. Sometimes it's quite, I've noticed it was kind of like satisfying to watch when there's like loads of clips coming up. So I tried a few of those, and those seem to do well. I think it's trying to. I think it's difficult on this kind of short form content, because people have such a short attention span.
hmm
So it's changing up the camera angle or doing sped up clips, I think helps, because people, they don't want to wait 2 seconds even to
yep,
find out what they're watching. I think you can get quite impatient on that kind of platform, where they've got to get hooked quite quickly.
mhm.
Otherwise it just keeps scrolling.
Yep. I've definitely taken noticed you were doing that and kind of took that and added to a few clips of my own, testing it out, and it's definitely working. So I just love how you were able to do that. Like, you weren't trying to copy what you're doing on YouTube and put it on Instagram. You had to change
Yeah, it'd
up
be
the style
tough
a
to
little
do,
bit. Yeah. So that's,
Yeah.
I think, what I want to translate to kind of our other YouTuber friends that are kind of, don't want to do the short form content kind of deal. You do got to change it up, but it's easier than you think.
Yeah.
I think people overthink it a lot. But
Yeah.
any more Heather tips for the short form game? Because you've been really good at it.
I'm trying to think. One thing I see, I don't really call it a mistake, but one thing I see is when on the Reels kind of tab, they obviously want everything vertical.
Yeah.
So if people are filming horizontal and then put it into Reels and you get the black boxes, that Instagram hates that. I noticed that quite early on. If you do that, Instagram's gonna hate that. And then I think trying to keep things short, to be honest, I've noticed I actually only changed my account to like a creator account. I had like a personal account on it for ages, and I kind of wanted to see the analytics of it, so I upgraded to that account, and so I could have a look at that. And there's a big correlation between views and the average watch time. So if I made, say, a 20-second reel and it only got 7 seconds of watch time, it wouldn't do as well as maybe even a reel that was only 5 seconds long but got 5 seconds of watch time. That kind of percentage, really, there seemed to be a big correlation. So maybe if you can kind of maybe make the content a little bit shorter, it increases that percentage, and I think Instagram seems to like that. So yeah, that's why I try and keep them reasonably short. So sometimes longer ones will take off, and if you've got a long one and people watched for ages, that'd be like that'd be the dream. That'd probably take off. But it's kind of trying to get that balance, really.
Yeah, it's really hard to even keep get that watch time up in 60 seconds. It's because I'll make my little towel reviews or whatever I'm reviewing for the day, or I just did like an interior kind of tip video. Throw away the wipes and get you some high quality microfibers and some Swift or some interior clean and protect type product. And you got to keep it tight and entertaining, and hopefully retain that watch time, which is the biggest challenge. So
yeah, when I sort of edit them together, I might have, I don't know, it depends on the reel. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 clips, and sometimes it can be like 10, 15.
Yeah.
And I'll piece them all together, and then I'll try and trim it to about 2/3 of what it was. Sometimes if I just take the start and the end, just tiny point something of a second off each of them, you don't actually lose anything in terms of sort of being able to tell what's going on, but it trims that time down, and that seems to have helped a little bit without making a reel sort of too long.
Yeah, that's what I've loved about this this competition we're in, is I've been study y'all's profiles too, because I want to know when y'all post. I want to know what's going on, what are y'all reviewing for today, that kind of deal. But it's definitely improved my game so much just by watching what you do and what Hunter does and Vermigel. I can't do what Vermigel does. I don't even try and copy him. But he's in his own little league over there. But
I'm not trying either.
Yeah, maybe get a cute dog. Maybe that's the tip. Go get a nice, awesome dog. His dog's epic. But that's what I've been enjoyed the most out of this last 4 or 5 months. Really studying everybody else's profiles and what are y'all doing, and kind of taking some of it to my own channel.
Yeah, definitely. It's pushed me as well to kind of, because I was uploading maybe a couple of times a week to Instagram, and I've kind of tried to increase that and just sort of put a little bit more detail into kind of the descriptions as well, just so I can, get a bit more information across. And it's been great to, I think, because the standard of everyone who's in the showdown's just been so high. I felt like I've really kind of had to push, to kind of increase the quality. So it's been really good, I think, for me as well.
Yeah, I think if you really put yourself, like if you get in this program and really push yourself, you will be a probably 2 to 3 times better content creator by the end of it. I think that happened the first time I was in it, and then that's definitely happened this go around with y'all pushing me to the absolute limits. This has been an intense, I think, 4 months.
It's been a very intense showdown.
I don't know how they're gonna pick a winner, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I would want to pick.
I would not want to be part of that committee. They're gonna have to choose a winner. But have you noticed anything like in the text box wise in Instagram that maybe increases kind of the SEO as well, or helps that post out? Because I have no idea. I just type up something real quick and then I come up with a few dumb hashtags and I'm like, hope this works.
No, to be honest with that, I kind of just write what I want to write.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Yeah, I don't actually know how much, because I see, you know, I'm a serial scroller and I'm on Instagram way too much. I've seen the trend of everyone, you know, writing these massive descriptions, and then the reel actually says nothing at all. The reel just says like, read the description. And then obviously you've got to do it. So I go and have a look, and then they do really well because everyone's watching them like 5-10 times. They're racking up that watch time, and then you see this reel that actually really had nothing to say about the
because they're reading the description.
Yeah, because it's playing in the background. So maybe that's I don't know. I feel like maybe there's a way of doing it that isn't so like, I don't know. It's like
that's a little cheesy.
Probably. Yeah, a little bit.
They're cheesing the system.
Yeah, maybe there's a balance. I don't know, but there's that's a technique. So if you write a massive description and get people to click on it, then I imagine that helps. But yeah, I don't know how many people read all the descriptions of mine. Sometimes I write massive ones. So yeah, I'm not sure how many people actually read them all, to be honest.
That's hilarious. I've never even noticed that. But yeah, you're right. If you take the time and read the description too, that video just keeps on trucking back there. And if it was like a Heather style 5 to 7 second clip, I mean, that's like pumping up the views and the watch time.
Like controversial things as well seem to help on if you have a controversial first clip and everyone watches it twice to see, because it was the first ever, I'd say, viral kind of reel I got that got a few million views, and that was like the first time I'd ever come close to kind of those numbers. And I had it was just a tyre dressing. I did like 2 or 3 clips of me dressing this tyre, and sort of on the tread there was a bit of cracking, and everyone went like crazy in the comments. You can't drive on those tyres, you know, you're gonna crash.
Oh
disaster. And it was the first time I'd ever had a reel that got so many people, and I think you probably noticed it when a reel gets a bigger audience than you sort of core kind of audience that like and watch your things. People can get a little bit mean. And you can, I remember, because it got to the point where like I was quite upset, and it bothered me because all these people I felt like I was being bombarded with negativity. And that bothered me, but now I've got a much thicker skin and I don't care now. I see it all the time. But that I realised then that I think that reel did so well, partially because of the comments, but partially because I think everyone saw the cracking in the first clip that was really, really short and went, hang on, what was that? And then everyone watched it twice and then left a mean comment. So it was kind of the controversial ones that seemed to do well. But yeah, hopefully don't get too many of those, because they get a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, it's funny. People watch the clips and they're like mad at you for maybe like a client's vehicle. I'm like, I'm just dressing the tire.
Yeah, like, it's okay.
I'm not here to go, buy them new tires and put it on.
If the wheels all curved.
Yep. You can't drive. I'm like, it ain't my car. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, people get very upset about that.
Man, they get mad. It is crazy.
I think if I did a wheel cleaning reel on 2 identical wheels, exactly the same, I reckon if one had curb damage, I would almost guarantee that one would do better, just because it'd annoy people enough to watch it twice, I reckon.
Boy, this social media
it's a funny place.
It's a funny place. It is a funny place. And I think that's a perfect way to kind of end this episode. I learned a lot. I think we did some good stuff in this episode. So
no, it's been great to be on it. Thanks very much.
You're always learning about this content stuff. It's the never-ending learning curve, and it's always changing. The trends are changing. Always changing. So there's just so much you got to pay attention. You got to keep pushing content, keep making it better. That kind of deal. Try new things. Buy a Vermigel Hunter style camera. Go 8K. That's the cheat code, really. If you go ahead and buy that camera, that's a good cheat code. Then you gotta. You're just in HD on Instagram, and everybody's like, wow, look at the quality. But no, they make phenomenal content to go along with that HD content. So everybody's just killing it. Heather, you got anything on the way out?
No, I think I'm good. Yeah.
What are the plugs? Where can we find you?
So YouTube channel is OscarHQ. Same on Instagram, and my website is oscarhq.com. So there's some stuff on there if you want to see it. There's a discount code. I won't list all the discount codes, but there is a discount code section on that website that you should hopefully be able to spot. So if you are looking for deals, I think there's some UK and US ones on there. So yeah, they're all my plugs.
There you go. Go check her out. The amazing content. So go get it. Get you a bottle of the Clean Maker. PSDetailProducts.com. Promo Jamie10. And that's all we got for this one. Heather, it was a blast. So
it's great to be on there. Thanks so much.
Hopefully we can get you on for a full episode so the people can come ask you questions, that kind of deal down the road.
Brilliant.
But it's always hard with the UK folks. But
yeah,
we'll
we go to bed too early.
That's right. Unless you're Darren, who stays up all night, ready to.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how he manages it.
Yeah, he's ready to rage in the cage at any given moment. So
absolutely,
it's been phenomenal. Rag Company, go check them out. We got the promo codes, link in bio, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.